Yo, you better wake up. Wake that ass.
All right, I got this, and I thought this was funny. Hey, Rome, yesterday at my job, we were talking about how I grew to love my now husband and how a lot of my coworkers did as well. But we had this one coworker, they said it was love at first sight with their husband, like she knew he was the one from day one. We ended up looking up how many Americans believe in love at first sight, and it was like 56%. That's a lot of dumbass people, right? Do you believe in love at first sight? First of all, I'm going to tell you this. Your coworker is a jackass. Your coworker is trying to make herself better than you guys. Like, oh, she's better than you because she knew the love of her life. It was love at first sight. You guys actually maybe put in a little work. Maybe he, whatever the case may be. It's just like high school sweethearts. High school sweethearts think they're better than any other relationship. Oh, we met when we were 16 and we've been together. Yeah, you're not better. You're actually dumber because of all the things that you missed out on that you have to justify to yourself that it was some sort of love at first sight fate that brought you together, and you disregard the fact of all the things you missed out on because you've only had sex with one person your entire life, okay? Yeah, you didn't grow together. You missed out on everything together, okay? That's really what it is. So your coworker over here is trying to make herself better, feel better, or, she's trying to make herself feel better at your expense. Oh, I knew it was love at first sight. No, love at first sight does not exist, okay? And I'm going to tell you, lust at first sight exists. The first thing you see when you're looking for somebody is their outward physical appearance, okay? That's not love. Those butterflies in your heart is not love. It's lust. Okay, love at first sight does not exist. And anybody that says it does is insecure and trying to make themselves feel better at your expense or trying to justify their relationship. It's okay for you, like you said, it's okay for you to say, you know what? I grew to love my husband. Because that's what dating is. Growing, getting to know, falling in love. Okay? Anybody that says love at first sight, no. You're lying. Trying to make yourself feel better. You want to make everybody else think that you're better than them, and you're not. All right, so I got this yesterday, and I thought it was kind of an interesting topic about love at first sight. They asked me if I believe in love at first sight. I don't. Hey, Romeo, yesterday at my job, we were talking about how I grew to love my husband and how a lot of my coworkers did as well, but this one coworker said they had love at first sight with their husband, like she knew he was the one from day one, and that is not true. No, and first of all, knowing someone's the one from day one isn't love. You just might like who they are as a person. It's not love. You don't just love somebody the first second you meet them. This is so stupid. It's just people trying to make themselves be better than you. Like this whole, we have this relationship game, right? And the hierarchy of relationships is people who got married in college or people who got married, out of high school. Supposedly they're the big winners because they didn't have to go through a lot of dating. They didn't have to meet different people. It's just like the person who got married in high school, they'll make fun of the person who maybe is on their second marriage. And their second marriage may be better than your marriage that you got in high school, but because you didn't have to go through one, yeah, you've won. All right, and so we ended up looking up how many Americans believe in love at first sight. It was 56%. With what a lot of dumbass people out there. Do you believe in love at first sight is what they asked me. And I don't. Already 4254777. Hey, Romeo, I believe in love at first sight. My wife and I met in high school. We've been together for 25 years. So I think you're wrong. Being together for 25 years has nothing to do with love at first sight. And if you think you're in love, if you think you meeting in high school you're a dumbass kid. You don't know what love is. You're an idiot. So to sit there and have the audacity to go, you know what? I met my wife in high school and it was love at first sight. No, it wasn't. You don't even know what love is at that age. All right, 842-547-7. So here we go. Do you believe in love at first sight? I'm going to tell you right now, if you do, yeah, we need to have a conversation. So I got this text message from a woman who says at my job, they were talking about how I grew to love my husband and how a lot of my coworkers did as well. But this one woman or one coworker said they had love at first sight. Rome, do you believe in love at first sight? No, I believe she was doing that to try to make herself and her relationship look better than yours. That's all it was. All right, 842-547-7. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Hey,
What's up?
you talking about love at first sight?
Yes. She hangs up on me. All right, 842-547-7. All right, so love at first sight. Is it real? No, it's not real. It is lust at first sight, okay? Then you get to know somebody, then you fall in love with them. And it all started because this woman had sent me a text message. Hey, Rome, yesterday at my job, we were talking about how I grew to love my husband. Now, and a lot of my coworkers did as well, but there was one coworker who said no. It was love at first sight. And she's wrong. It wasn't love at first sight. You said that, your coworker said that because she wants to floss on you guys. She wants to make her relationship better than your relationship. And that's not true. Love at first sight don't exist unless you're an insecure psychopath who has, daddy issues. What is that? What is it? What is that? Clinger? A stage 5 clinger? Yeah, remember when that was a thing? You got into a relationship too fast, right? Already 42547-7. But no, there's nothing wrong with learning to love somebody. I mean, there are people that have been in relationships for years now that will tell you, hey, I love my partner more today than I did when I met them. Yeah, of course you do. Because you have more life together. Your bond has got closer and closer over the years. How can you sit there and say the first time you see somebody, you're in love with them? Doesn't that seem a little psychotic? Already 42547-7. Rome, I don't believe in love at first sight, but I do believe in sex the first night. Oh, hey, Romeo, you're just bitter because you don't know what love is. That's why you say that. Or maybe I'm smarter than you and I understand how humans act with each other and how you justify your lives to make yourselves feel better. So I got this text message that I thought was kind of funny. It says, hey, Romeo, yesterday at my job, we were talking about how I grew to love my husband and how a lot of my coworkers did as well. But we had one coworker say they had love at first sight with their husband. She knew he was the one from day one. We ended up looking up how many Americans believe in love at first sight, and it's about 56%. It's a lot of dumbass people. Do you believe in love at first sight? No, I don't. I believe in lust at first sight. I believe you see somebody and you're attracted to them. And if you mistake it for love, then you probably should go to therapy. But no. You know who came up with love at first sight? Women who were trying to justify the fact that they jumped into bed with the dude on the first date. Those are the love at first sight girls. Already 42547-7. Hey, Rome. I believe love at first sight is just a myth. You can see someone for the first time and feel a connection when you guys interact, but that's not love. It isn't love. That's the point. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's not love. It's something. But it may be something, but it's not love. It may be lust. It may be, I don't know. You just, two people meet and you get along. Think of it also in this way. Like, have you ever met a person, maybe it's your best friend now, and you get along with each other. It's not love. Have you guys ever gone out of town, go to bars, you meet somebody. Maybe you meet whoever, guy, girl, whatever, couple, whatever. And you guys just kind of have a rapport. It's not love. RD4254-7 to 7. What else did you send me here? Hey, Rome. Not love at first sight don't exist. You fall in love with time of knowing your soulmate. I was 30 years old when I fell in love, real love. I'm 37 years now, and I'm still in love with him, even though he went his own way and me mine. Okay. Might want to let that go, but okay. But that's what I'm saying. Love is a learned behavior that two people build together based on life, based on experiences, based on communication, based on respect, based on all these factors. And you learn to trust somebody. Love at first sight is so ridiculous. Like I said, your coworker only said that because she for some reason, she wants to make you guys believe that her relationship is better than yours because, it happened immediately. And it didn't. She lying. RD4254-7 to 7. It's Romeo. A lady texted me and said her and her coworkers were talking about love at first sight. She was talking about how she grew to love her husband, and a lot of her coworkers said the same thing, but there's always one, right? Came out and said, no, me and my husband, we were love at first sight. No, you weren't. Stop trying to make yourself out to be something that you're not. Like like you won the relationship game and your coworkers, the rest of them didn't because it took time to fall in love with their husband, which is what really happens. Your partner, you don't love them at first. You learn to love them and by your life's experiences as a relationship, as a couple. Alrighty, 4254-7 to 7. Hey, Rome, I wonder if that man thinks it was love at first sight or is she just psycho? Good morning, Hot. What's up? Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Ain't no love at first sight.
I know.
Okay, so the first time I ever saw my ex-husband, I knew he was the one I was gonna marry. But there was no love there. There was love. There was love, big time. It took a while to get that love. So obviously it wasn't love because we were divorced now. So.
Well,
we were married 20 years. So
you could still be in love. I mean, you could still learn to love somebody and divorce them.
You have to learn to love somebody. Because once you move in together, it's a whole new ballgame.
Let me ask you this question. Are you still in love with him?
I love him. I have feelings.
But you're not in love with him.
I'm not in love with him. I would do anything for that man. But he's not my husband. He's not my boyfriend. He's nothing to me right now. Yeah. He's just my kid's father. But yes, I still love him. I will do for him. But
and the only reason I said that is because to say you're in love with somebody, which means you can fall out of love with somebody. And so anybody who sits there, it was love at first sight. No, it wasn't. Because you have to know a person to really love them.
Yep. There's no love at first sight. You saw something good. That's what it is. That's all it is. You saw something good.
or she gave it up on the first night and had to justify it.
I got pregnant. I'm just kidding.
Good morning, Rome. Are you giving away any mac and cheese tickets? They're $65. There's a special going on right now for early bird special. $65. No, I'm not giving away any mac and cheese tickets. Come on, man. Sometimes you guys are going to have to come out of pocket. I'm sorry. I get it. I want to give you guys, I'm going to give some Magic Mountain tickets a little bit later on. But, I mean, sometimes you got to come out of pocket, all right? You can't always win. I can't just give everything away, all right? Not everything is free. So come on. They're $65 right now. In fact, till the 18th, they're $65. Go get you they're $65. Go buy them. Give them away. Everybody wants something for free. My gosh. Pay for something once in a while. All right, Mac and Cheese Fest is coming. I don't even know when it is now. April? Is that when it is? I don't have any of the information in front of me. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me check. I know the tickets are on sale right now, though. There's a pre-sale right now for mac and cheese tickets. If you go to, where is it? I don't know when it is. I just had that information. But anyway, they're $65 right now. All inclusive. You get all the food samples. You get all the mac and cheese. You get all the drinks. You get it all for the same one low price of $65 right now. You can go to Eventbrite or go to Bakersfield Mac and Cheese Fest. You can check out, buy your tickets early. Now, you only got till the 18th to get this deal, okay? Already 4254777. Yo, Rome, it's easy for you to say you get free tickets. Some of us got to work for a living and it gets expensive. Well, okay, what do you think? I get everything free? You think my whole life is free? Of course not. I have to pay for things too. I got to pay for tickets. Just because I don't pay for the Mac and Cheese Fest doesn't mean that I don't have to pay for tickets. If you want to go somewhere, man, come on. You can't expect me to give you everything. That's all I'm saying. We give you a lot on this radio station. We give you a lot of stuff for free. You can't expect me to give you everything for free, especially since it's $65. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Me, Sierra Santiago.
What's going on?
Formerly, you know the name. Anyway, are you giving away airline tickets?
Giving away what?
Airline tickets.
No.
No, because I figure if the guy's gonna beg for tickets, he might as well get a good one.
Okay.
Good one.
Yeah, I don't have airline tickets to give away. Sorry. Yeah, wow. Mac and cheese. Go buy them. They're $65. Where else are you going to get for $65 all your food and drink? One ticket. You know what I'm saying? Come on. What do you got to go to Bakersfield macandcheesefest.com? I guess I should look it up, huh? Just to see. Hold on. Let me, I guess I should look it up and see what, to give you all the information since I should know what I'm talking about, right? I'm the worst, by the way. Don't worry. Bakersfield Mac and Cheese Fest. The bosses always say I'm the worst at telling people stuff. Oh, it's Saturday, May 9th. Oh, so it's May 9th, so you got a little bit. Yeah, but you only got till the 18th to get the tickets for $65, and then they're going to go up, okay? I would hurry up. Already 4254777. Hey, Rome, what do you got here? Hey, Mac and Cheese Fest is so fun, Rome. Unlimited drinks and food, $65 is cheap. You get their taxes like they can't drop a 70 spot after fees because you know what they're going to say, Rome. Romeo said it was only $65. Yeah, I think it's like 68 or something. Yeah, you got transaction fees or whatever. Have a great day. Have a great Friday the 13th, Rome. Have a drink for me. Gave up alcohol for Lent. Oh, the Mac and Cheese Fest is May 9th. Thank you for saying that. Why would anybody give up alcohol for Lent? Hey, good morning, Rome. Can I have your for free? Can I have what for free? What are you talking about? My mac and cheese tickets? No. Go buy them. They're only $65, okay? Already 4254777. Hey, Romeo, if you're a past buyer, they send you emails. Oh, they do, Raider Rob? Oh, so if you've already bought them before, $65. I mean, come on, man. Where are you going to get something that inexpensive for food and drink? All inclusive. The tickets are all inclusive. Go to BakersfieldMacandCheeseFestival.com and get your tickets till the 18th. All right, till the 18th. And there is a transaction fee. Everybody's got a transaction fee. Hey, Big Rome, I don't want nothing for free, but I'm wondering if I could put my GoFundMe on your station for mac and cheese tickets. I'm broke. Oh, God. I done known Big Boy. He just sent me that. I done known Big Boy for 20 plus years. I ain't never seen that fool broke. Okay, what did you ask me here? Hey, Romeo, what should I do? I invited a coworker to go out tonight. She said, but there's another coworker that just asked me if I'm free, if I want to come over tonight. I want them both. But what do you think? They both 10s. That's I don't know. I mean, the one you asked out, go out with her or him or whoever you're talking about. Go out with the one you asked out and then go over to the other ones after that. You ain't never pulled a double? You got to pull a double shift, bro. You ain't never done that? You kids in the 2000s, you don't know what it was like in the 90s when sometimes you had to pull a double shift, man. Sometimes you had to go out with one early and go meet one later. I mean, it's just what you did, So yeah, just go out with one earlier, come up with some legitimate excuse on why you can't stay out all night, and then go over the other ones. I mean, come on, man. I can't help you with everything. All right, what else did the same guy who said that he's got a couple of girls on the line tonight? One invited him out. He invited another one out, both coworkers. They both 10s. That's hilarious. He said, I don't want to tell the first one to call off the date. I want to call off the date because that messed me up. That's messed up, but I also want to go with the second one. Well, brother, I just told you what I just told you. Okay, you don't call off the date with either of them. If you're going to be a player, you have got to go out with one. You got to come up with a reason. Of course we do. My boy just sent me a text message. He says, "Oh snap, we need expert input. Where's Angel at?" Yeah, I don't know where Angel's at. Angel's been I don't know where Angel's been lately. Anyway, it's simple. You go out with one early, the one that you don't want to cancel with because she asked you out, or no, you asked her out. You just go out early. You can't stay out all night. It's Friday night. You go out with one early, you go out with another one late. It's that simple. You said the other one just asked you to come over, right? So you just go over there later. I don't see what the problem is. You guys obviously, this internet's really screwed you guys up. You don't know how to be an old school player, huh? You don't know how to do it old school style. You call somebody later, It's real simple. Gosh, it's real simple. What time you get off today? After work, you go out with the girl that you asked out. You go out for a little bit, come up with some lame excuse of what you got to do. And then, you go out with the other girl later on that night. Give her the same lame excuse on why you can't go till later. And then on Monday morning, when they talk about the fact that they both went out on you, or they both went out with you on Friday night, So tonight's your night, bro. You better make the best of it. You better make the best of it. You better get all you can tonight because it's going to be the last night you date both of them.
Good morning, Romeo.
Hey, what's up?
Good advice. But let me give you my little bit of advice.
Okay.
So I went out. I had gotten asked out by this guy, so I went out with him. And we were out on our date, having drinks, whatever. And then another guy had called me that I was very interested in and wanted to go out. So I told the first guy, I was like, hey, look, no disrespect, but I just got a call from somebody else, and, I got to go.
You told him straight up.
I straight up told him, you got to be honest now these days, because let me tell you what happened with that first guy. We didn't talk for about 2 months after that, but then we ended up in a 2-year relationship.
The first guy?
The first guy that I left for the second one. But the second one is still in my life still. Little messy, but we all still communicate. But I was in a relationship with the first guy that I left for the second guy for 2 years.
How is it that you walk out on a guy and he still goes out with you again? How is that even possible?
It's because it's me.
I guess so.
Because it's me. You gotta have that charm. You gotta know how to talk.
Oh, and you gotta put out.
Oh, I didn't put out. No. I didn't even have it.
Did you put?
You gotta give a little taste of stuff. You can't just automatically. You go. Ain't nobody gonna want you.
Did you fucking guy that you left the first guy for that night?
Okay, so the second one I've been seen with. So he was getting it anyway. So it was nothing new with him. It's just that he was somebody I wanted to be with that night. So.
Hey, whatever helps you sleep at night. All right. I'm ready for 254-777. A guy texted me something. What did he say? He said, where'd he send me the message? I want to read it to you. He says, hey, Rome, what should I do? I invited a coworker to go out tonight. She said, yeah. But there's another coworker that just asked me what I'm doing tonight, if I'm free, if I want to come over tonight. I want them both, but what do you think? They're both 10s. Well, if she's just asking you to come over to the house, which is one of those things which I didn't realize when I first read the message, I don't think, then go out with one, take one out, and go over to the house for the other. Nothing wrong with, young single couple, young singles like yourselves? I mean, I'm sure, why not? Already 4254777. Hey, Rome, I just want you to know I'm a player from way back. These kids don't know how easy they have it. As long as they keep their lives off social media, they'll never get caught. Well, they're coworkers, so since they all work together, there's a really good chance that he gets caught up on Monday if he goes out with both of them tonight. Anyway, he says, so these kids will never know, Rome, what it was like being in the club trying to deal with two different women. You have one on one side and one on the other, trying to keep them separated, and then you got to bounce back and forth to keep everybody entertained so you don't lose either one of them. The old double dutch in the club. I remember those days. You guys remember those days? The old double dutch in the club. You had one you were kind of dating over here. You were hitting on one over there, and then the one you were kind of dating just showed up with her friends because she knew you was going to be there. So now you're trying to balance them both. Yeah, we used to call that the old double dutch in the club. Hey, Rome, do you ever end up getting a team for the honor flight? Yeah, I got a team together. The honor flight. You guys want to check it out? It's a great event. The veterans, they absolutely deserve to get to go back to Washington D.C. and there's no reason that we shouldn't support that. So, honorflightopen.com. I believe that's the just told you guys that was the website to go get your teams together. It really is a fun tournament. And it's BCC. Who doesn't like Bakersfield Country Club? That's a great golf course in town to go play. It's just lots and lots of fun. Alrighty, 4254777. Hey, Rome, you playing golf today? Nobody invited me to play golf today. I usually get an invite, but not today. So it's going to be a great day for golf. Maybe, hopefully I can get out. We'll see. I don't know. Nobody invited me. I got nobody to play golf with today, so I don't know. I guess we'll just have to play it by ear when I get out of here and see what happens. All right. What else we got going on? Nobody wants to be at work today, right? It's Friday. Nobody really wants to be here. It's going to be a beautiful day for drinking some beer, hanging out in the outdoors. Nobody wants to be around today. Right. It's what time is it? 7:46 right now. Let's talk a little bit about real estate. What's going on in the world today, especially in Bakersfield. For those of you that are looking for a house, or maybe you're looking to sell your house, we like to bring Marco in from Selling Bakersfield. And
don't forget Janet.
Hold on. Don't forget who?
Janet.
Bro. Hi, Janet.
Hi. Good morning.
So Selling Bakersfield, the housing market in Bakersfield, we don't know. Is it still the best in California, or are we catching up to the rest of the world, or what's going on?
Well, the average market in California is about the median price in California is about $750 to $800. In Bakersfield is about $415.
$415.
Yep. So even though for us Bakersfieldians it may seem high, for the rest of the state of California, we are actually very affordable.
Really?
Yes, really.
Okay. So what about selling?
Well, that's the thing, right? So if you bought when there was interest rates, under 3-4%, you're probably not selling right now because we're hovering right around 6%. The national mortgage rate is right around 6%.
Okay.
And so that has stopped, not stopped, that has slowed down the amount of listings that are coming on the market.
Gotcha.
And believe it or not, I want to throw this in there. We are still low in inventory. So the supply is actually still millions of homes short of where we need to be to provide enough housing for the state of California.
Really?
Yes.
For the entire state?
Yeah, we're actually low in inventory.
Okay. So when it pertains to Bakersfield, what is that? What do we do? Do I buy, do I sell, or do I just stay in my house? What do I do?
Well, that's been the question we always ask ever since I've started coming on the show, right? It's the same answer. I mean, there's always going to be something, right? Some factor that plays in. Right now, it's the war with Iran, right?
Okay.
Oil prices have gone up, right? And so, everybody's kind of speculating and fearful and this and that. The reality is you have to be able to look at your financial situation and make a decision whether you can afford to buy and what you can afford to buy.
Okay.
And so it doesn't matter what's happening around you. What matters is you have to live somewhere.
What you got?
Yeah,
what you got going on?
Because the market's always going to go up. Whether it goes up and down, up and up and up and down, historically speaking, from 20 years ago, we're up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So even the people that in the crash of 2008, even the people that like lost $150,000, $200,000 of equity, now if they held on, they're up again.
Yeah.
So that's the answer.
All right. Marco's here. Janet's here from Selling Bakersfield. We're going to talk a little bit about how to buy a house next. All right. Marco's here from Selling Bakersfield. Janet's here from Selling Bakersfield. And let's talk about selling houses. Let's talk about buying houses. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Okay. I want to buy a house. I never bought one before. And I'm scared because it's the most expensive purchase you're ever going to make in your life. And everybody scares you about buying a house. Oh, especially all the haters who can't afford one. Where do I start? What do I do?
You go to the bar and you talk to the guy at the bar.
He always is the best guy to talk to. He's the best guy.
The one that's not sloppy drunk yet, but he's getting there.
He'll tell you the interest rates. He'll tell you when to buy, where to buy, that guy.
What you do is first you got to talk to a professional, right? Most people they go to a realtor, and that's okay because we as realtors we have relationships with lenders that we've had for many years.
Okay.
In this case, we work with Brian Colebrook, as you know, he's been on the show before, and so we put you in contact with the lender. Why? Because we have to make sure that first you qualify for the loan. So there's different ways of buying, right? Obviously, If you have cash, then you don't need a lender. But most of us don't have that kind of cash.
Not at all.
Like you said, it's the biggest asset you're ever going to buy. So you gotta qualify. And so we put you in touch with a lender that we have done many transactions with, and we've worked with many buyers with. And then you need a good buyer's agent. In this case, Janet is our buyer's agent at Selling Bakersfield. She's awesome. People love her. She takes her time and shows houses that fit the finances.
Janet, let me talk to you about buying a house real quick. When you go into a house and you're obviously, I see different things than you see when you go into a house. What are some of the things that you look for? Because I'm going to look and see if it's, got a pool. I'm probably going to look at some of the things that I should be looking at that you would look at.
Yes, it just depends on the buyer's needs. Some buyers don't want to do any repairs to the property, don't want to do anything to the property. So the type of things that we look at is the cost-efficient things. Are the windows changed? Have the windows been updated? How is the roof looking? The granite tile, the flooring, it just depends on the buyer and what they're looking for. Some buyers want to make sure everything's done, so I can't be their second eyes and say, hey, okay, well, the windows are done. You're good to go on this one. There's other buyers that want to do everything themselves. And at that point, they're not picky. They're not picky at all. So I'm looking at the same thing they're looking, potential.
Oh, do you go through the people's cabinets and stuff to see what they got?
No. Well, sometimes we do open pantries. And that's not to see what's in there. It's to see the size.
Okay. All right, guys. Selling Bakersfield. What's the phone number? I forgot the phone number.
661-444-0178.
So if you're listening right now, you're looking to buy a house, we would just start with you, and then you guys would go, okay, we're going to introduce you to a lender. We're going to get you guys straightened out. Once we do that, we're all going to work together to try to find the home, right?
Correct.
And what if, when people are like, you have families, do you look for family? How do I put this? Nobody wants bad neighbors, right? So when you're out there and say you're a young family looking for a house, are we only looking at what we can afford? That's it, right? Neighborhood doesn't matter. We don't, or schools, or how do we deal with all that?
Yeah, a little bit of everything takes into effect. Everything matters when it comes to purchasing a home. You're going to be there for 30 years, so a little bit of everything matters.
Not if you're Marco.
Yeah. No, a little bit of everything matters.
You got to sell it in 2 years.
Sell it in 2 years, exactly.
No, we take all that into consideration. We obviously don't want you to make the purchase unless you're going to be secure. The schooling of your needs is there.
Okay.
So everything takes into effect. Everything matters. Can we push the purchase price a little bit more? At that point, we'll talk to the lenders and see what we can do to get you in the area that you do desire.
But when I come to you and I say, okay, me and my wife, we got 2 young children. It's going to be our first home. You're the person that's going to be out there knowing what parts of town, what schools, what safe areas for families to move into, or you're the one that you already know all that stuff, right?
Correct. So they just give me a desired. I take an aerial view or a radius search to see what's available, and I take them to the properties. Also, buyers do a lot of online shopping. They already kind of know what they want.
You can't trust online shopping.
They do all their searching online.
You can't trust those photos.
Well, we would have to walk in there and check them out. I would say don't never say no just based on photos. You'd have to go in there and check it out.
All right, Selling Bakersfield, you guys. Janet and Marco can help you with your home buying, with your biggest purchase of your life. We'll talk to them a little bit. All right, it's 8:05 right now. Selling Bakersfield. Marco and Jeanette are here. Or Janet, I'm sorry, Janet. I didn't mean to mess up your name. Marco and Janet are here from Selling Bakersfield. We're talking about selling houses, buying houses. Where are you at in your home buying or selling process? Hey, Rome, what if my husband and I have separate bank accounts, but he keeps $400 for himself every pay period and transfers everything else to me? How can this affect qualifying for a loan if it doesn't at all? Obviously, Brian's not here to answer that question, but I'm going to guess it doesn't affect if you're married. It doesn't matter if you have separate bank accounts or not, I don't think.
No, because they'll use the income. It doesn't matter what. Income. You could do whatever you want with that income.
Yeah.
But it depends also. They file jointly. They file separate. I mean, that's a question for Brian, but I don't think it's going to affect.
The better question is, why does your husband only get $400 a month? What's wrong with that? What the hell is that all about?
Yeah, there's something else going on.
My man goes to work every day and he only gets $400 a month? Come on now, that's $100 a week. Damn. All right.
Michael Bean.
Where's Michael Bean when you need him? All right, Selling Bakersfield, what's the phone number?
661-444-0178.
Okay, so buying houses. You guys also, you help people sell their houses. That's what I want to talk about. Not buying. You help people sell their houses.
Correct.
How does that process work?
So that process works similarly. There's no lender involved because they're not trying to buy a house. So they will call us. We will go to their house and we will have a listing appointment with them. We'll walk around the house. What we do is we prepare a CMA, which is a comparative market analysis report of their house. It's like a mini appraisal. We are not licensed appraisers, but we do use the same criteria that an appraiser uses. We get the comparables around the area, and we give them basically an average market value for their house.
Okay, so when we, I can call you and ask you for one of those right now, can I?
Absolutely.
If I just, before even meeting with you?
Yep, you don't have to commit. You don't have to do anything. Okay. I can give you an idea of what your home is worth in today's market.
What's your phone number?
661-444-0178.
Now, when you come in and you start to explain to somebody, hey, your house is worth this, obviously depending on the work that they've done on it or how they feel about it, they're going to have a different idea on what their house is worth.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. I mean, and that's okay because we adjust for that, right? So I can give you a CMA and it's going to give you an idea of where your house is at, but until I look at it and I see what the condition of the house is, does it have a pool? Does it not have a pool? Have you done, upgrades inside? All that stuff really matters, not necessarily as far as like the appraised value, but as far as like what people are going to be willing to pay. Like Janet said, a lot of people, they want to move in ready, right? Turnkey ready. So they're looking for all the upgrades. And that can make the difference between somebody offering you, full price what you're asking for, or try to negotiate like 10, 20 off the price.
Okay. All right, selling Bakersfield. Marco and Janet are here. Somebody texted me, $400 a month is diabolical. Yeah, I'll hold on to that. We'll get back to that after these two leave, and we'll figure out why this woman's jacking her husband. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. All right, it's 8:21 right now. Marco's here. Janet's here from Selling Bakersfield. Their number is 444-0178 if you're looking to buy or sell. You can talk about the short sales, too. We just had a little conversation about that. If you want to know what that's all about, if you want to find out just how much your house might be worth if you sell it, then you go ahead and you give them a call, and they can figure that out for you as well. What did somebody text here? Can I take out equity without selling the home or refinancing, or do I have to refinance? Sorry, I'm a first timer. You could take out equity on your home, right?
Yeah,
we're not loan officers, by the way. Brian's the guy that handles all that, but just generally, you can take out. It's called a HELOC, or what's it called?
Yeah, it's a home equity line of credit. So you don't have to refinance. It is actually, I think, in my opinion, it's a better way of taking equity out if that's all you want to do.
It's like a credit card they just give you based on your home, right? With whatever equity you want on your home.
It's a line of credit. You don't have to use it all, that's the good thing about it is it's a separate kind of loan on your house. And so you keep your first. So if people have like a really good interest rate on the first, they don't have to refinance into like a 5 or 6% now. They can keep that good interest rate and then just get like a line of credit on the side.
I haven't seen a lot of those lately. Usually you get a lot of those flyers in the mail or something like that. I haven't seen a lot of those lately. Is there something up with that, or is it?
You said you have been seeing?
I have not seen a lot. Usually I get them all the time. Maybe I don't have equity in my home.
Yeah, that's probably. No, you got. I don't know about that. I don't know why they're not promoting. I have actually been hearing about those a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about selling. When it comes to selling, I know that you do some contracting as well. When we look at selling, Marco, what should we be looking at? What should our house look like? Or does it matter?
Well, it does matter. It matters a lot. If you haven't done any upgrades in many years, your house is probably, people are going to look at it and they're going to say, and I hear this, and Janet does too, time and time again, we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to do new countertops, new cabinets, new flooring. When people start thinking like that, it's like, okay, let's move on to the next one, right?
Okay.
So if you can do all of that, which, by the way, it doesn't cost as much as people think. We actually work with buyers who want us to do that through our contracting company. It's called Kingdom Contractors, and we can bill that through escrow. And it has to make sense, obviously, for both parties, but we can probably get, thousands of dollars more.
But to clarify, you're saying if you go through escrow with like you said, your contracting company to redo make some improvements to your home.
Yes.
That will make the buyer more money even after the escrow pays the contracting company. So it's still a better way to make more money for you, right?
Correct.
I mean the buyer,
for the buyer,
not for the buyer.
Yeah, because it makes significant amount of difference what the buyer's willing to pay for your house if they see new countertops, new cabinets, new paint, new flooring. It is significant. So you get above and beyond what you're going to pay the contracting company to do that work.
That's what I'm saying. All right, 444-0178. You guys hang on. I got a couple of more questions to ask you before you get out of here. A couple of text messages as well. It's 8:32 right now. All right, selling Bakersfield. Marco is here. Janet is here. Let's get to a couple of these questions real quick. Hey, Romeo, if a house I'm looking into is bank owned, can they help me, or do I have to contact the bank?
We can absolutely help that person. We can contact the bank and do all the legwork and get everything that he needs.
Is it harder to buy a bank-owned home than it is somebody who's selling it?
It is, yes. The short answer is yes. It's a little more complicated, but Janet's been doing that for many years. I've been doing that for many years, so we can definitely help.
Why is it more complicated?
Well, because you have to know the process. You got to call the bank. They're going to transfer you to 20 people until you finally get to the right person, and then they're going to make you fill out all kinds of, It's a more complex situation.
But it's something that you guys handle, so the buyer does not have to handle that.
Correct. Exactly.
All right.
It's a service we provide.
Okay. What about I just totally forgot what I was going to ask you.
Well, let me add this. And the good news about that is that the buyer doesn't have to pay a commission because we will negotiate that with the bank to pay us our commission.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when it's a bank owned.
How eager are bank-owned homes? How eager is the bank to get rid of them? Are
They don't want them on their books, man. It's costing them money, so they're eager.
They're eager to get.
Yeah.
Once you get to the right people, they're eager to let it go.
As a matter of fact, if you have a ton of cash, like BlackRock and these companies, they're buying like thousands of homes from banks.
Really?
That are foreclosed.
Are there a lot of
package deals?
Are there a lot of foreclosed homes out there?
You know what? They're starting to come out. Yeah, they are. Unfortunately, but
Is there a way? Is there a way to find that out? Is there is there a reason why somebody might want to buy a foreclosed home? Will they get a better deal, or
Yes.
will they? Oh, they will.
Yeah, because banks are millionaires, right?
Yeah.
They have millions and millions, billions of dollars. So they're not like you and I, who we need every penny out of our house. So you can negotiate a lot more with a bank-owned property than you can with a person.
How did you find the bank-owned home? Whoever just texted me, how did that come about? I mean, is there like a list where I can go find all the foreclosed homes in Bakersfield and go look for one, or
there is? I'm curious to know the same thing. Is it because the bank-owned homes are called REOs, real estate owned, and they come out in the MLS when they're listed with an agent. So I'm wondering if he's talking about that. It's a listing that he found that is a REO, that is a bank-owned house that's listed with an agent, or did he go find the list like you said?
Gotcha.
And saw all these foreclosures and said, "Hey, I want one of those."
Oh, so some of these bank-owned homes can be listed by an agent that's not a representative of the bank?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what they do. They have their pool of agents that they list their bank-owned properties with locally.
Now, let me ask you this question. You guys have been in a lot of homes. If I'm looking to buy a home and my budget is a little tight, well, let's not just say tight. Let's say I can afford the home, but maybe I want new cabinets, or maybe I want new countertops, and I just think, you know what, I can figure it out. Is it better for a buyer, and this just from personal experience, you guys, is it better for a buyer to buy a home that is affordable for them, even if they got to do a little bit of work on it, versus maybe buying something that's already done, and maybe it does cost them a little more? I'm not going to say they can't afford it, but it might make the budget a little bit tighter.
I would always go with the side of being not so burdened with your mortgage.
Okay.
So I would definitely advise them to do the work little by little as they can afford, because they're going to live there for a while. So yeah, it'd be nice to have it all done already.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be, stressing yourself out every month to make that payment, just buy the house in the condition it's in, and you do it little by little.
Little by little. All right, guys. Selling to Bakersfield, Janet and Marco, 444-0178. Janet, you got any last things to say before you get out of here?
Give us a call. You have any questions? A good question. We're here to answer any real estate questions. So let us know if we can help you. 661-444-0178.
Oh, they said I was on the internet looking at in Shafter, my hometown, and came across it. I believe it was on Zillow or one of those sites. They put bank-owned properties on Zillow?
Yes, call us. Like Janet said, call us. We will get to the bottom of that and help you try to figure that out.
All right, 444-0178. Guys, thanks for stopping by. I was thinking about this yesterday. With all the streaming, with all the entertainment out there, right? You have, 15 streaming sites, and then you got, I don't even know what else you got, but everybody's desperate for entertainment. Or YouTube, everybody's desperate for content. So, with the race for content, and everybody's looking for the next content, the content means nothing. It comes and goes so fast. You don't really have an attachment to the show. Remember, Sex and the City. Remember, you couldn't wait. We used to talk about it on this radio show every week. You couldn't wait to see what they were going to do next. You had an alignment with one of the characters, just like with what was the one with the James Gandolfini, The Sopranos, right? You couldn't wait for next week. You had an emotional attachment to the characters, even though they weren't real. I mean, even with movies, look at Avatar. Remember how crazy people got with Avatar. The suicide hotlines were flooded with people who were so emotionally attached to the movie and to where they lived and how they wanted to live in that world. You know, and I know it sounds crazy when we talk about it, but there's something to that, man. But that doesn't happen anymore. RD42547-7, Rome. Ozark was a great show. Ozark was a great show. You're right. It was a really good show, but you didn't have an emotional attachment. You didn't relate to the character. I mean, we used to relate to the characters, right? When you watched a show like, pick your show from back in the day. You related to one of those characters. I mean, some of you would even get a haircut like the characters. You know, it's just so much different now. All right, 842-547-7. Good morning, Hot. What's going on? Hey, what up?
Is it kicking and screaming?
Oh no, I'm not doing a contest right now. Anyway, RD42547-7. Thank you, Netflix, because I still rewatch Seinfeld. Okay. Seinfeld was one of those shows that you could not wait to see what happened next. Oh my God, they did this. What are they gonna do next, right? It's not like that nowadays. You have no anticipation. You have no, I don't even think you even have a real relatability. I mean, I don't think you're emotionally attached to any one of the characters. You're not emotionally attached to the show itself. You're not anticipating what's next. One, because you don't have to. You can just binge watch it. But it really does change the dynamic of entertainment for you as a viewer. For me as a viewer, you know? I'm always just looking for the next thing. Like I was watching this show. I never watched Orphan Black. It's an old show that just came on Netflix, right? Great show. Really fun to watch, but it's too long. That 10 episodes they're not good. They're just dragging it out for the first season's 10 episodes. And at a certain point, I was just going, well, just show me what's going to happen. Let's just jump ahead and see what's going to happen. And that's what television has come to today. There's just no anxiety for it. There's all of these things all these emotional attachments that we had to TV shows are gone. Kind of sucks, to be honest with you. RD42547-7. What's going on?
Hi, good morning, Romeo. So I have to agree with you, about the shows that they're not as good anymore. And the reason I agree with you is because it's so hard for me to finish a show nowadays. I can start a show and the catcher will be really good.
Yep.
And I just cannot finish it. And it's happened to me for the past few times where I've gotten into documentaries because I feel like documentaries are so much more better than these shows that are coming out nowadays. And I feel like once somebody catches a fan favorite, they overhype it, and then you watch it, and it's not worth the hype, unfortunately. You know,
I didn't even occur to me till you said that. Yes, I can name 3 or 4 shows right now that I started watching and never finished just because I was like, I had no attachment to that show whatsoever. Yeah.
Yes. They overhype it, and then when your expectations are so high that once you get to it, it sucks.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think also because I was just going to say this, that the way they end these shows is so bad. The way they wrap them up is so bad that it's not like back in the day when these shows had these great endings, these endings that you were like, oh my God, that just happened. And,
yes.
You know, and they don't have the cliffhanger anymore. They don't have the show. They don't have where the show leaves you on in June or in May, and you got to wait till September to see what happens. They don't do that anymore. It's just.
And they do have cliffhangers here on Netflix, but you got to wait a year or two, and by that time, I'm already lost in interest, and I forget what happened.
That's a great point. You got it. All right. Well, thanks for calling. Appreciate it.
You have a great day.
I mean, she's right. All of those things play a factor in the fact that entertainment is just there to pass the time. You might as well be staring, through the TV. There's no real connection to entertainment. And it's unfortunate because entertainment is a huge part of our lives, a huge part of our society. And to be honest with you, it's healthy. It was healthy to be entranced and involved in a television show. Now, not to the point where you don't realize it's not to the point where you think it's reality, but I mean, it's healthy. That's why sports are still so healthy for people to watch, because it's an emotional roller coaster, and it's healthy to go through that ride, whether you win or lose. It's healthy to be right there, ready to win the big game, and then lose by a field goal and be let down. I mean, that stuff is healthy. Well, unless you're a Raider fan. RD42547. Hey, Rome. Last show I was emotionally tied to was The Walking Dead. I'm sure there's been other good shows, but nothing had my attention like that show did. I did stop watching, though, after a while, though. Yeah? Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Hey, good morning, Rome. It's me, Angel.
Hey, Angel. What's going on, brother?
You know what? Me growing up, our shows was like the A-Team, Michael Knight, MacGyver always left you. he would make a straight gun out of a pen.
Exactly.
And he would tell you how he did it, and when his dad, and then you remember Michael Knight. I mean,
yeah,
kid,
Knight Rider, yeah. Angel, did I lose you?
No, I'm here with you. I'm here with you.
No. Yeah, I remember Knight Rider. Yeah.
And that was one of, and then the A-Team, it always with the long episode had to be continuing. You wanted to see, but you had to wait till next Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. And you all week long, what's gonna happen, Dave? What's gonna happen? The A-Team coming on. What's gonna happen? Yeah.
And you used to want to. I mean, the '80s and the '90s was classic, man.
Really was, Angel. Really was, and I think that's really affected our society in a major way. In a major way.
I'm gonna tell you something though, but you know what? I love Bakersfield. I tell you, man.
All right, Angel.
All right,
later, man. But I think it's affected us from a societal standpoint. Entertainment, and you guys think I'm crazy when I say this, but it's affected you. It's affected your kids and the way they've grown up and the way they act. It affects their personalities and their entitlements and all these other things that you think are so stupid. Entertainment has been a major factor for the human race for decades. Okay? And it affects you. It affects your character. It affects a lot of different things about you. There's a lot of people that can sit there today, like Angel said, that to be continued. You had to wait. And you couldn't run to Google. You couldn't run and see something. You couldn't catch a preview. You couldn't catch anything. You literally just had to wait. That builds a character that your kids don't have and will never have. Society will never have that again. RD42547. I was thinking about this TV. There's so much content out there, so much entertainment, so many streaming sites. We don't have any attachments. We have no loyalty to anything. Because once one thing's done, we just go to the next. We're always looking for the next. No loyalty, no personal connection with the character. We just don't have that anymore. And there are shows that I've never even finished. In fact, I've been talking about a friend of mine who's watching right now this, what was it called? I can't remember what it's called now. But it had 5 or 6 seasons. He's been telling me about it, but I stopped watching it just because I don't care. You just lose interest in them. And I don't know why. What we've become. RD42547. Hey, what did you say here? Yo, Rome. I think the attention shifted even from reality shows. At first, it was game shows like Fear Factor. Then it went to TV series, then reality shows. I think we're in a celebrity gossip era. These youngsters care more about the news of Kelsey and Tay-Tay than they do about their own lives. Nah, we've always cared. Nah, I think we've always cared about celebrity gossip, though. Remember when the Inquirers were big and those Star magazines and things like that? So I think we've always cared about that. We're just different now. I think we're just being overloaded with content, and it just dilutes it. Dilutes entertainment. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
What's up, Romeo? This is Raider Dave.
What up, Dave?
I was wondering if you think that the internet has anything to blame.
The internet has a lot to blame with it, because you can find You can find things on the internet that you could never find before. You know, Reddit is a horrible idea. Reddit's horrible because if you wanted, people will go on Reddit and talk about things that you would normally talk about to your friends or coworkers in person, because that's all you had to talk to about. It was the guy next to you that watched the same show last night like you did. Now you got Reddit and Facebook and all these pages that are dedicated to this stuff, and it just it doesn't
ruin everything.
Yeah, it does ruin everything because it doesn't give you that personal connection with somebody to go, hey, and then you discuss it and try to figure it out.
Not only that, before the internet, we were forced to have to sit through boring shows, and even if you didn't like it, you say, well, I'll give it another shot tomorrow, and eventually you might grow into it. I think now our brain is so, our attention rate is so low that all we can handle is a 60-second reel.
I would agree with that.
We go through so many 60-second reels that your brain is just fiending for another reel.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And I mean, back in the day before TV, we had books. Now how many people read?
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think you're wrong about that stuff.
The TV shows are going to be out, and everybody's just going to be on their phone.
There were aspects of television that built a character inside you, like having to sit through commercials.
Yeah, that was good. I liked that.
That was not, nobody likes sitting through commercials, but just the idea that you had to do it, it built a character in you, that you're okay with you're okay with waiting. You're okay with just sitting there staring at nothing because you got to wait for it. So there's these little things that entertainment has instilled in us as human beings that is not instilled in human beings anymore, and it's not for the better.
I agree. Have a good one, Romeo.
All right, ready, Dave. Later, man. I mean, it's real. Already 4254777. These television shows. Somebody sent me a text message from Italy. Hey, Rome. Mexico. Rome, I listened to you. Online in Guadalajara, Mexico. Shout out to you, Rome. I like your show. The only bad part is I can't hear you live. I hear yesterday's episode. I lived in Bakersfield 7 years, listened to you every morning. Go to the TuneIn app. Can you get the TuneIn app in Mexico? I'm pretty sure you can. And you can listen live. TuneIn app is, you can listen on there. You can also listen on the website, hot941.com. All right, back to these TV shows. Hey, Rome, remember The Walking Dead? That show was worth waiting for every Sunday. I get it. I mean, I could see how it was. I've watched a few episodes of that. Yeah, okay. But how long did you stick with it? Are you still with it? I mean, because now they have spin-offs and this and that. I don't know. You're still with it? There was so much content out there. Could you imagine if The Walking Dead had come out in the 80s or the 90s before the internet? Oh, my God. You would have been you wouldn't have been able to contain yourself waiting for the next season. Nowadays, you just go on to something else. And so I get it, though. I get what you're saying. Yo, Rome, Yellow Jackets, they stream weekly when the season releases. It's not that. But here's the thing about that, okay? And I watched Yellow Jackets. I watched the first season at least, but after that, I was out. But it's not that, like, I got a buddy who we've been watching this, The Countdown. And I asked him if he had checked it out. I said, did you check out the last 3 episodes? And the last episode comes out today, I think. He goes, no, I'm just going to wait before I watch the last 3 episodes. So he's waiting for today so that he can just binge watch 3 episodes. You can do that with Yellow Jackets. You can binge watch it. So that's what I mean by that. You don't have to wait if you don't want to. You can watch something else until all those episodes are out, and then you can just binge watch them. And that's a problem. You know, having that much access immediately to entertainment is a problem because entertainment is a huge part of our lives. It's always been a huge part of. There's 2 things you can guarantee that every one of you, I can guarantee. You may not remember a subject in school that you learned, but I guarantee you every single one of you remembers all the lyrics to a song when you were a kid, and you remember the TV shows that you loved as a child, okay? When you were younger, whether it be a child, teenager, young adult, okay? So that's why I say entertainment plays a huge factor in our society. People would dress. Haircuts became, every woman had a haircut, or every man had a haircut, or drove a certain car. I mean, entertainment has shaped our society in so many ways over the years. It doesn't do it today, though. I mean, I guess you could say, well, we follow influencers that we buy stuff from, maybe. But entertainment is just not the same.
Romeo in the Morning.
Every morning.
On Hot 94.1.